following on from the Science in the Northeast video I previously did, a fair few people have asked where you can get science education you need to go into a role in the industry. So I'll try and cover a little bit about that in the short video that I can do. So I think the science qualification that you need would vary depending on what kind of science you wanted to go into and what role you wanted to have. I think a good thing to do if you have decided that you wanted to go into the science career is look at jobs currently available and see what educational requirements are listed for that role. So that would give you a really good idea of what kind of education employers are looking for and what kind of level they're looking for in their graduates and in their new employees. So that would definitely be a good place to start, and then from there you can kind of decide which educational route you want to go down. But as an absolute minimum, you would definitely need to have your science, English and maths at GCSEs. And then from there, you would probably need to either go down A-levels or a BTEC or an apprenticeship. So if you were going down the traditional A-level route, you would need to look at perhaps 1 or 2 core sciences, so things like physics or chemistry or biology, but even things like human biology and computer science would be really useful. Also mathematics. I know people definitely don't want to hear that maths is a good A-level to do for STEM and science, but it absolutely is, and you will definitely use maths every single day. So definitely consider doing maths if you're doing A-levels. If you wanted to do an apprenticeship, you've got colleges like Newcastle and Gateshead and Sunderland all offer amazing apprenticeships. And what this is basically where you study and train to the same level that you would A-level, so you come out with an equal qualification, but you also work in a paid role with an employer in the industry. So you are learning on the job but also getting a qualification at the same time. So I think if A-levels weren't for you and you were looking for a more vocational or practical kind of course, definitely consider doing an apprenticeship in science. They are, I think, really, really, really valuable at the moment. So once you either have your A-levels or your BTEC or an apprenticeship, once you've done that, you can then go into the world of work if you want. You don't need to go into higher education. There are plenty of roles in science that would allow you to just go from your A-levels or your apprenticeship straight into the industry in a science role. So you can just go straight into work once you've done that. But if you did want to study more and you wanted to go into higher education, there are a fair few options that you could look at. So one of the things that I think the region is really, really good at is providing degree apprenticeships. So similar to an apprenticeship that I mentioned before, you would study part-time at uni, so you would get your degree, but you would also work in a paid role with an employer in industry at the same time. So you would study at uni part-time and also train on the job with an employer in industry. So that would be something really, really beneficial, I think, to look at if the vocational side of things really appealed to you. And again, you've got colleges like Newcastle, Gateshead and Sunderland do really good degree apprenticeships, but also universities do them. So places like Teesside do really good degree apprenticeships. Also, some companies advertise them directly. So perhaps maybe have a scour at companies and see if they offer any degree apprenticeships. So that's one route that you can go into. If you wanted to go down the more traditional route of higher education and go to uni, the region is home to amazing universities that are world renowned for their courses in science and their research. And actually up here in the region, 1/4 of students are studying a science degree, which just shows how popular science is up here in the region. So if we look at the universities, you have the 2 big ones, which I think are most well known, in Newcastle and Durham. These are part of Russell Group universities, so the traditional red brick unis, if you will. And this just literally means that they're part of a collection of unis that are really well known for their research and impact on both the local and global scale. So they are just really, really amazing unis and really good at their scientific research. But also you have Teesside, Sunderland and Northumbria Uni that also have amazing science facilities, fantastic science courses, and they produce amazing graduates and scientists who go on to research phenomenal things and work in amazing companies all over the globe. So you do have those 5 big universities up here who all specialise and do amazing things in science. So I think they would definitely be great universities to look at. I think when you are applying to uni, it would be good to go to open days and see what kind of courses they have. So in science, a lot of science jobs will require the knowledge and the experience to just be at an undergrad level. So this is just like the first 3 years of uni. This is what you'd normally come out with. But some jobs will require higher postgrad qualifications. So things like masters and MPhils and PhDs. So I think when you think about the role that you want to do in science, think about or have a look at what kind of degrees are needed to do that role. So if you've done your undergrad and you want to do a job that requires a PhD, that's going to be another 3 or 4 years at uni at least, really, and that's full time. So when you do go down the traditional route, look at how applicable your degree is to the industry and look at how far you'd need to go with that degree and with university to get the job that you want. So definitely research universities and their courses and what you would need really, really well. Because I think a lot of people just go in as an undergrad and don't realise that, actually to get the job that you want, you'd probably need to go a lot further and do PhDs. So definitely look at all of the degrees at all of the levels that you think you may need. So if you also need any advice, open days are an amazing thing that you can go to, and you can speak to the course leaders and the lecturers and get their opinions, but also speak to maybe companies in the area and see what degrees or what education they would value from a new employee or a graduate. Also speak to friends and parents and get their opinions on it. It's great to talk to people about these kind of things. So a good thing to remember is that when you're deciding what to do, people will perhaps try and push and persuade you in particular routes and topics, but remember that it is your education and you know what you'll enjoy, you know how you learn, you know what would be best for you to get to where you want to be. So just remember that at the end of the day it's your decision. So yeah, try not to let people persuade you too much into what they think you should be doing. So I know I probably spoke about an awful lot, and it was just a very quick video about education into science in the Northeast and what qualifications you'd need. So if you want to know any more, or if you want to know anything specifically, drop me a comment or find us on Twitter or Instagram or go onto our website and contact us. Just let me know and I can get back to you or do another video if lots of people want to know more things. But just let me know if you have any comments or any thoughts, or if you want to know anything specifically, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you head to our website, we've got lots of information sheets on things like this where I can go a little bit more into detail on topics like this, on like qualifications, and I can link particular institutes to you. So definitely head to our website for some STEM related resources. We've also got some activities and challenges up at the moment, so definitely have a little look at those and see if you can get involved, but there's definitely more information on the website, so definitely head there, and hopefully that will be of help. Again, let me know if you want to know anything else. Hit me up with a comment.